Hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. This is your girl, Londa A, also known as Gorgeous My Londa. Yeah. I remember a time when I first started, or when I first began to call myself Gorgeous My Londa, I could not shake the fact that I used to also consider myself as Queen Elder Writer. So that name came about when I first discovered my purpose in life, when I first discovered what it was I really wanted to do. And so how that came about is because one day I was just laying in my bed, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you all who follow me have heard this story before, but I was laying in my bed and I was just asking God, please reveal to me what my purpose is in this life. And so it happened with me scrolling on down my Instagram timeline, and I came across this graphic designer who does graphic designs for t-shirts and, household things like shower curtains and pillows. And it struck, it really caught my attention because I was like, man, I had never seen a graphic t-shirt this way. I had never seen someone create pillows doing graphic, just doing graphic designs or shower curtains. And on top of that, it wasn't just anything. It was very, very nice. And you can tell that this person, he really put his all into what he was doing. And because of that, it really his work exude how much he loved what he was doing, okay? And so I just became like, dog, if this man loved doing what he's doing so much, is there something for me to love? And so with me thinking that, a lot of thoughts just came into my mind. And you know how many times I really thought about this situation over and over again. So why was it that night my answers were finally answered? Okay, there were plenty more times where I wanted to know what my purpose was in life. Not even just that. I wanted to know if I had something else inside of me other than what I was living on the daily basis. Why was it this moment that the freaking answer was finally answered? And so all of these thoughts came into my mind, and I kept remembering my stepsister telling me about this app called Wattpad, where you can just go on there and anybody can publish free little short stories and things like that. And so I was like, you know what? Tomorrow, matter of fact, tonight was the night that I was going to create my account and I was going to start my little short stories, okay? And that's what I did. Now, I know I skipped the topic, so I'm going to tell you what all of this means and where I'm going with this. Tonight's topic is titled, A Reason to Be Content But Not Complacent. A reason to be content but not complacent. Now, so I told you that story because, I didn't even think that I was going to talk about that story in the beginning. But anyway, it makes a lot of sense now. I told you that story because with me living in my, state of thinking that I was inadequate, or feeling like I had no reason to drive, or feeling like there was nothing else inside of me, you know what I'm saying? With all of that going on, and with my background history of not being exposed to a lot of things that can help me be the greatest version of myself, I still searched. No matter how many times my answers of my questions of wanting to know what was for me was not answered, I still continued on. I still pressed on. I didn't know when those questions would be answered, but they got answered. And the reason being is because I was content in my state of knowing that I felt like I was inadequate. I was content in knowing that I was not exposed to a lot of things in life. But I kept pressing forward. And that's what this title means. It means that no matter who's holding you back, or whatever is going on in your life, you're going to keep pressing forward, okay? You're going to keep pressing forward. So that was the time when I found my purpose. You know what I'm saying? In those moments, I had a choice to be, I had no choice but to be content. I had no choice but to be content. And the reason being is because I had not had all the ingredients to bake the cake that I really wanted, okay? Just like other people out here. They're at a point in their lives to where they are striving to be successful, but they don't have all of the ingredients to live the way they want to live, to have a choice not to go to work and just stay home, or not even have to have a job. They don't have that main ingredients yet. So when you don't have the main ingredients yet, you have no choice but to really be content. But that doesn't mean that you're complacent. That doesn't mean that you don't strive to go to the next level, okay? I'm going to explain more. A dog, for instance. Let's take a dog that's chained up. A dog that's chained up, he know he chained up. You know what I'm saying? He know that it's things that's trying to hold him back. Let's say, for instance, there's somebody in front of him dangling a bone. He know that this chain is trying to hold him back from getting that dangling bone. He know that. He knows that. But that's not going to stop him from reaching or breaking that chain to get that dangling bone. Just like you and I. We know what's around us. We know the people that are trying to hold us back. We know that the relationship that we're in is not what it's, a relationship that we want to be in. We know that the pot that we were planted in as children was not the best environment for our lives. We know that. But that does not keep us from going to snatch what is in front of us, okay? What is in front of us. That doesn't keep us from going after it. So, that dog on that bone, he's going to keep on pressing forward until he is able to break every chain. To grab what is dangling in front of him. That's the meaning of being content but not complacent. Being content but not complacent. See, a lot of people believe that just because you're making moves, you know what I'm saying, you're not sitting down, you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not just staying, deep in what you're doing. You're moving around, you're trying to make moves. A lot of people, let me take that back. I messed up. A lot of people think that just because you're not moving around and making moves and things like that, that you have become complacent. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. For some people, I do know that. It's not the case. It's just that you're trying to find another solution. You're trying to find a better way out. Okay? I'm going to go back to that same example. That dog reaching for that bone. He going to continue to reach for it. But there's going to be a point in time where he just going to be like, you know what? He going to pull back a little bit because he might get tired. But rest assured, when he is strengthened again and he has enough strength to go, he's going to go. A lot of people are afraid of what happens when they finally break every chain. They're afraid of what may happen when they break loose because they don't have nobody holding them back anymore, or they don't have anybody holding their back anymore, if that makes sense. They don't have anybody there to rescue them when they fall. You know what I mean? A lot of people are afraid to just be free. Be free to make their own decisions. Be free to create the life that you want to live. A lot of people just don't want to be out there hanging around. And that's why a lot of people become complacent. They become complacent with just being held down. And when you become complacent with just being held down, you become everything that's around you. You begin to accept everything that's around you. You begin to accept the messed up relationship that you're in. You begin to accept knowing that your household doesn't try to live life or try to expand their horizon.